What is going on, YouTube? It is Randy Talks Mets in the building. This live stream is going to be about the New York Mets, guys. Yesterday was a crazy night. Just in general, guys, what do you guys think about last night? You know what I'm saying? What a night last night. What a Mets comeback. It was amazing. What a win for the New York Mets. I literally just don't know. I can't believe how this team is playing right now. What a big win for this team. The Cardinals was such a big win. It's just unbelievable how the Mets won that game last night. But let's go Mets, guys. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you guys feeling good. Hopefully you guys are feeling great. It's just crazy, man. I just can't believe that the Mets are that they won that game. It was such a big game. They were down to their last strike, and Mark Canha hits a grounder, and he hits it right to the third baseman. Nolan Arenado throws it to first, and you know what I'm saying? The history is that's how it played out. Like, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how that game played out, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable how that game played out. It was a big win for the New York Mets. Honestly, let me know how you guys feeling, man, because it's just crazy how the Mets won that game. Crazy. What a win for Max. You know what I'm saying? What Max Scherzer has just been pitching really on fire. Just really great pitching. Honestly, Max Scherzer has just been on point, guys. You know what I'm saying? If you're new to the stream, welcome to the stream, guys. This is where we're going to talk Mets baseball. We're going to talk about last night's game, and we're going to just talk about Mets in general. How are you guys feeling? I'm not going to lie. I'm excited. What a big win for the Mets to, win that game last night, down to their last strike, and the Mets ended up, getting the win. With all of the chaos in the ninth inning, one of the wildest innings I've ever seen as a baseball fan. It's just unbelievable how that ended up happening. Unbelievable how that ended up happening. You just can't predict it. You just can't predict it, man. You just can't predict it. What's going on backstage baseball? How you doing, man? What's going on? Yeah, man. I don't know if you was watching last night's Mets game, but man, that was a crazy comeback. You know what I'm saying? Crazy comeback. I don't know how the Mets, ended up pulling that out. Nolan Arenado, one of the best defensive third basemen in all of baseball, makes an error and throws it, and he throws it offline, and the Mets are able, are alive. They're alive, and then, Jeff McNeil, hits a nice double, and what a win for the New York Mets last night. What a big win for the New York Mets. It's unbelievable how that ended up happening. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't watch last night's game, man, you got to watch. You got to watch it, man. Backstage said, I love Showalter as a Yankee fan. Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie, Buck Showalter. A lot of Mets fans like him. A lot of people like him in general. I'm sure, yeah, a lot of Yankee fans like him as well. Just in general, I like what I'm seeing from this team. I like what I'm seeing from the New York Mets. Wow, what a big win for the New York Mets last night. Max Scherzer has just been on point. You know what I'm saying? The guy, that we signed is actually pitching like, great. Max Scherzer is pitching amazing. He's 3-0. He could have been 4-0 last night if the Mets would have scored some more runs. But, you know, just amazing job by Max Scherzer. Just amazing job by, honestly, one of the best pitching rotations in all of baseball right now is the New York Mets. It's honestly the New York Mets. And it's unbelievable how, the fact that, everybody thought, once we lost Jacob DeGrom, everything was going to go down. It was going to go down the hill. But the thing is, losing Jacob DeGrom, you know what I'm saying? The Mets are really the only team who can afford to lose an ace and you know what I'm saying, still have an ace like Max Scherzer to carry the load, and Chris Bassett, Tyler McGill, who has become an amazing pitcher. You know what I'm saying? He's getting better and better. He's young. Just in general, it's great to see. It's great to see, man. It's awesome to see. I love how baseball is going right now. Yankees won the Miguel Castro trade. Yeah, you know, I'm not gonna lie, the Miguel Castro trade, when I saw it, I was like, okay, like I know that the Mets needed a lefty, and I understand. Um, I liked Miguel Castro when he was in the New York Mets. Um, I don't know exactly. Let's see exactly what he's doing for the Yankees right now. I'm gonna pull up the ERA. Miguel Castro. Because I know Miguel Castro. I know that trade was a you know, not a lot of people like that trade, and I get why. You know, I mean, Jolie Rodriguez is not a great lefty. You know, so I know that the Mets were desperate for lefties. They was desperate for some relievers. Um, well, you know, what we're looking at right here. Let's look at the stats right here. Let's look at the stats. You know, his ERA is 2.57 right now. You know what I'm saying? Just in general, he's see what he's done. Yeah, 2.57. He's pitched in 8 games. You know, what's it called? So, you know, that's good. That's good. I want Miguel Castro to do well, you know, for the Yankees. I don't, you know, when somebody leaves the Mets, I don't want them to do bad. You know what I'm saying? Unless they, you know, unless they have like a sour note, you know, with the team or, you know, New York. You know, a lot of people, you know, when Noah Syndergaard left, a lot of people wanted Noah Syndergaard to just do terrible. And I think honestly, Noah Syndergaard has done pretty well, you know, in the Angels. So his ERA is not bad. But just in general, with the New York Mets, I like where the Mets team is at right now. Like Mets team is on fire right now. They're 13-5. Let's look at the Yankees score. I think the Yankees are doing well as well. The Yankees are doing well. Let's see where the Yankees are. Yeah, the Yankees are 10-6 right now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they got an easy game against the Orioles today. Severino's pitching today. So, you know, Severino has been actually pitching pretty good. So, you know, Garrett Cole pitched pretty good for the Yankees, you know, the last time as well. Let's see what Jose said over here. Everything went well, but what I think is a lousy move is having Jeff McNeil batting 8th. He's a solid contact hitter who should be batting 2nd. Okay, well, okay, Jose, I like what you said there. I honestly like what you said there about you know, where he's hitting 8th. Yeah. That's definitely not gonna you know, be for the rest of the season. Okay. Jeff McNeil, Robinson Cano is struggling, you know, so Buck Showalter is gonna get Jeff McNeil more in the, you know, in a better spot in the lineup. I know it's gonna happen. I don't know exactly why Buck Showalter has so much trust in Robinson Cano. Maybe it's because of the years with the Yankees and, you know, all the experience that he has. And, you know, he likes Robinson Cano as a player. You know, honestly, I like what I see from Buck Showalter as a manager. The batting 8th with Jeff McNeil, I've said this was a problem for a little bit now. I don't like that, you know, Jeff McNeil is hitting 8th. This guy is a nice hitter. He looks like he's, you know, coming to his own again. He looks like the old Jeff McNeil. He's hitting the ball on the opposite way. He's hitting the ball, you know, pulling the ball for doubles. He's, you know, he's doing what he can. You know, Jeff McNeil doesn't need to be a power hitter. He doesn't need to be a 20 home run, 30 home run hitter. We just need Jeff McNeil to be a solid contributor in the offense. You know, a guy that can hit for, you know, be clutch. But I say this right now. I'll tell you this, Jose, about batting 2nd. I don't disagree with you, but I would say that right now, the way the lineup is clicking, I don't think Jeff McNeil should be 2nd. I think right now Jeff McNeil, you know what I'm saying, he can bat 6. He can bat 6 and stay 6 because honestly, I like the lineup with Brandon Nimmo, Starling Marte, Francisco Lindor, Pete Alonso, Eduardo Escobar, I love Eduardo Escobar. He's an awesome player. He deserves to be in that 5th spot behind Alonso. Honestly, I love what he's brought to the Mets. So I would say this, Jose, I'll tell you this. I want Jeff McNeil hitting 6. Okay. I'm not a fan of him hitting 8th at all. Robinson Cano. A lot of people want a lot of Mets fans and just in general, they just want Robinson Cano to be cut. And I'll tell you this: the Mets are not gonna cut Robinson Cano. It's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I know that the rosters are gonna change soon. Coming to the month of May. It'll go from 28 to 26, I think it is. But I'll tell you this: Robinson Cano, when he came back, everybody, he got a couple of hits, and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, this is the Robinson Cano that we want back." Yes, we do want a Robinson Cano that can hit. We want a Robinson Cano that can contribute. We don't want this Robinson Cano that strikes out so much, hits into double plays all day. That's what I don't like about Robinson Cano. And when I saw that Robinson Cano was coming back, I wasn't a fan of it. I was like, okay, he can come back, but I don't really want him to come back. I don't. And he ended up coming back, and but he just hasn't been he just hasn't been good. He hasn't been good. He has been behind the count. He has looked lost. I don't like what I'm seeing from Robinson Cano at the plate. But thank God that Jeff McNeil is playing second base more often. You know what I'm saying? And Robinson Cano is DHing because you want Jeff McNeil playing the field. I love Jeff McNeil playing the field, second base. I like what I see from him. He looked like his defense got better this season. So I love what I see. What is going on, Jason? Welcome to the stream, man. How you doing, man? How you feeling about the Mets right now? How are you feeling, Jason? How are you feeling? Because I'll tell you this, I'm feeling very good about the Mets. What a wild night last night for the Mets to win that game. Just in general, what a wild game. But Max Scherzer, guys, Max Scherzer has just been on point. He is 3-0. His slider's on point. His changeup is good. He is the pitcher that we signed. I love what I see from him. Honestly, he has been great. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how Max Scherzer, comes to term. Obviously, everybody wants Jacob DeGrom back. Who doesn't? A rotation with Jacob DeGrom and Max Scherzer and Chris Bassett and Tyler McGill and Taijuan Walker, you know what I'm saying? It's an amazing rotation. Who doesn't love that? I love the fact that we have this type of rotation. And yes, Buck Showalter did talk about when Jacob DeGrom comes back. Oh, it would be a nice, rather than, trading for a pitcher, you get an addition like Jacob DeGrom. And yes, a lot of people in the Mets organization said, okay, Buck Showalter, you cannot say that, so Buck Showalter has to watch what he says, but I love what I see from Buck Showalter, honestly. Max Scherzer has been pitching great. I love what I see from this rotation. This is really one of the best rotations in all of baseball right now, and I love it. I love it. The Mets just have to keep going, keep the energy going, keep playing hard, you know what I'm saying, and play to your last out. You never know when you could win the game. Even if you're down by 3 runs, you never know. So Jose said Dom Smith and JD Davis should be platooned in the DH spot. Plus, Dominic Smith could also be used more at first base. Okay, Jose, I see what you're saying there. I honestly see what you're saying there. But I'll tell you this, Jose. I'll tell you this. Pete Alonso, when he DH'd the other day, he has been hitting good. You know what I'm saying? Pete Alonso is not a fan of the DH, but the Mets, have a lot to, gain from, Pete Alonso as a DH because they can put Dominic Smith, who is a really good defender, at first base. So I agree with you, honestly, there, what you're saying about Dominic Smith. I think he should play more first base, but I'll tell you this, Pete Alonso is one of the cornerstones of this organization. He's one of the cornerstones of this organization. So, Pete Alonso, if he wants to play first base, the Mets are going to put him a lot in first base. He is their first baseman. It's not like Dominic Smith is their first baseman. So, that's where you got to take to terms like, okay, baseball, you know what? You want to put your best lineup out there every night. You want to. Of course, if we're facing the Dodgers, if we're facing the Braves, we want to put the best lineup in the world. We want to put the best lineup that we can out there, to improve and be better. We always want that. But, we'll see what happens. Pete Alonso has DH'd a couple of times, in this season. So, I like when Pete Alonso does DH, okay, because it does give Dominic Smith a chance and it gives other people a chance to play. But in general, I don't disagree with you about the JD Davis and Dominic Smith platoon in the DH spot. But I'll tell you this: it's Buck Showalter, and it's the Mets. It's Billy Epler coming from the Yankees. They have a lot of confidence still in Robinson Cano. And, they still want Robinson Cano to snap out of it. They want Robinson Cano to do well. They want Robinson Cano to be really, really good, and be the Robinson Cano that they got, when they traded for him, when he came from Seattle. Obviously, he is 39 years old. It is a different Robinson Cano that you're getting. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like the Robinson Cano that we're seeing. And I don't really want Robinson Cano on this team in general. But, we have to have him on this team because of the Mets. So, and the contract and the money situation. So you just can't release a player like Robinson Cano and pay him all that money. So, you want to get some value from that contract. And yeah, so we'll see what happens. Alpha player, what is going on, man? Trevor May does stick, man. What do you guys think about Trevor May? Because honestly, Trevor May, when he came into the inning, when he came into the 8th inning, I saw the Mets losing the lead right away. Once Max Scherzer, came out of the game, I knew Trevor May was going to not do well. I don't like Trevor May. His fastball is flat. His slider is flat. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't look good. Trevor May, I don't know. I don't think the Mets, should, really have Trevor May in this, relief. I like Drew Smith over Trevor May. And, it looks like the Mets are, gaining a lot of confidence in Drew Smith. Because Drew Smith was in the, what is it called? When the Mets took the lead, you know what I'm saying? At the 9th inning, he was warming up with Edwin Diaz. So it looks like they have more confidence in Drew Smith. And I like what I see from Drew Smith as well. But yeah, Trevor May, guys, honestly, I want to see Adam Ottavino out there. I don't want to see Trevor May in that spot anymore. Trevor May could be in like the 6th inning, at most, but I don't want to see him really. If the game is on the line, I don't want to see Trevor May in the game. No. Jose said, hey, if the Mets could acquire either a Bieber or Zach, what's his name? Is it Zach? No, yeah, Plastic. You're right. Yeah, you're right. I say, I know you want the Shane Bieber trade. I know you've been, commenting that, and I know you want the Shane Bieber trade, but I just don't see the Mets making that type of trade until the trade deadline. So we'll see what happens in the trade deadline, but I don't disagree with you. A trade for Shane Bieber or, for Plastic would be really good. But let's look at Shane Bieber and let's look at, his stats this year. Let's look at Shane Bieber's stats this year for sure. See right here. So he's 1-1, what I'm saying, with an ERA of 2.82, so he's pitching really good still, so I agree with you. I think Shane Bieber, if he comes to this team, that would make us a World Series contender right away and probably the winner, what I'm saying, or the favorites to the Dodgers. And the Dodgers are still the favorites because obviously we know firepower and the offense that they have and Freddie Freeman and Trey Turner, Mookie Betts, all these people. So, we'll see where we go from there. Yeah, I think Seth Lugo should be the setup man. Honestly, I'll tell you this, Jose. Seth Lugo, he has some, he always should be the setup man. I think I like Seth Lugo in that spot and Adam Ottavino as well. So, I don't want Trevor May in that spot. I think last night we should have just had Seth Lugo pitch in the 8th inning. And I don't know if he was available. That's the problem with Seth Lugo. You never know when he's available to pitch. You know what I'm saying? So, but the Mets did have a rested bullpen. So they did say that on SN1. So, you know what I'm saying? But I like what I see. I love what I see from Seth Lugo. Honestly, I just want the Mets to win. You know what I'm saying? I want the Mets to win games. And I want the Mets to make smart decisions. Now, if you have a guy like Trevor May, who, I'll tell you this, guys, Trevor May is the new Jerry's Familia, okay? He's the new Jerry's Familia. If the game is on the line, I don't want Trevor May in the game. I don't want Trevor May in the game. If the game is on the line, I didn't want Jerry's Familia in the game. I went to a Mets game last year, right? And you know what I'm saying? The Mets, it was like a 3-2 ball game. They had a 1-run lead, and they brought in Jeurys Familia in the 8th inning. And guess what he did? He coughed it up. And the Mets lost that game because Jeurys Familia just can't. I don't know. He just can't hang. You know what I'm saying? He's inconsistent. And Trevor May, guys, I just don't like him. I don't know what it is. Trevor May is, is a nice guy. He's, you know what I'm saying? He does social media. He does streams, that type of stuff. But I'll tell you this, just his baseball quality, his fastball is just not impressive. His fastball looks flat. He just doesn't look like he knows what he's doing as a pitcher. Honestly, the other day, it was like probably weeks ago, Trevor May threw a fastball down the middle to Juan Soto. I don't know why, but he did. To one of the best players in all of baseball. And guess what he did? Juan Soto destroyed that ball. Took it out of the park. Like, come on. So, Trevor May, you just have to be smarter, Trevor May. Come on. Like, pitch better. Try to pitch more inside. You have a fastball that's 97 miles per hour, 98 miles per hour, 99. Pitch inside. Pitch inside. Why are you pitching so much outside corner or in the middle? Come on, you got to change things up. And I say, come on. I say Trevor May, you know what I'm saying? Trevor May still, has the 97 miles per hour fastball, right? So, and he has a good slider. So just use your pitch and pitch like a good pitcher. Pitch smart. Don't pitch dumb. And that's what I feel like Trevor May has done this season. I just don't like Trevor May in general, but we'll see what happens. I want Trevor May to do good, obviously, because he's on my favorite team, the Mets. But, come on, be smarter here. You know what I'm saying? What do you guys think about that, right? Do you guys think that Trevor May, you know what I'm saying, should be smarter and, actually, pitch, with intelligence? You know what I'm saying? Not just go out there and, let me throw this fastball down the middle. Let me throw this fastball down the – come on. Let me throw this slider, this hanging slide. You got to pitch smart. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Baseball is still, it's a hard game to play, but, we'll see what happens. But, yeah, I like what I see from the team, guys. But the bullpen is a concern with me. I say the bullpen is a concern because of Trevor May, because of, what's his name? Joely Rodriguez. These guys in a playoff situation, you want guys that can handle situations. You want a guy that, you put out there, and, Edwin Diaz is still, he's still wary. It's still hard to really trust Edwin Diaz in that spot. And, so hopefully, but he is the best closer the Mets have. So, the Mets have to deal with what they have. And, the bullpen, they didn't really focus on strengthening the bullpen this year. They didn't. They did get Automativino, which was a last-minute move. And Automativino, I like Automativino. But just in general, guys, I just don't like Trevor May. Joely Rodriguez, Jason Shreve, these guys, when you go out there, when you see a guy, you know what I'm saying, like Craig Kimbrell coming from the Dodgers or Kenley Jansen, you know what I'm saying, to the Braves, you look at them and you be like, okay, this is going to be a hard matchup. But, you bring in a guy like Jason Shreve, you bring in a guy like Joely Rodriguez, these guys are, not proven. You know what I'm saying? These guys are not proven in the playoffs. So I like what I've seen from the Mets team. I hope that when it comes to the trade deadline, the Mets do improve their bullpen because they have to. If they want to be the Met, the World Series, if they want to get to the World Series, they definitely have to improve the bullpen. They definitely have to get another big bat. So we'll see what we go from there, guys. But honestly, that's what I think. That's what I really think. But I love what I see from this team, guys. Honestly, the Mets last night was crazy last night. But let's talk about the Jacob DeGrom MRI. You know what I'm saying? We got some good news on the MRI. You know what I'm saying? So it looks like his I'm gonna pull it up right now for you guys. Pull it up for you guys right now. Basically, we got some good news with the MRI, and you know what I'm saying? Once the Mets get back a healthy Jacob DeGrom, Oh my God. All bets are off right now. All bets are off. Jacob DeGrom and Max Scherzer in the same rotation. And obviously, there's some talk about Jacob DeGrom and his mechanics and how, he has to change his mechanics and how, his, when he was separating his shoulder, it was too violent, so we'll see where we go from there, guys. But I like what I see from this team. Let's see what I say here. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Jacob DeGrom, the update. Jacob DeGrom update. His MRI revealed considerable healing of the stress reaction on his scapula. The Mets say he has been cleared to begin loading and strengthening the shoulder. Though the release says nothing about throwing, he'll receive another MRI in 3 weeks. Okay, so what I'm saying? Some good news on Jacob DeGrom. Obviously, us Mets fans, we want Jacob DeGrom to come back, right? We want Jacob DeGrom to come back so bad. We want to see the best rotation in all of baseball, because once Jacob DeGrom comes back, if he is the Jacob DeGrom of old, or of recently, the Mets have the best rotation in all of baseball. Nobody comes close to them. Nobody. I like the rotation. Blue Jays. I like the Blue Jays rotation. The Dodgers. Walker Buehler. So, but a rotation with Jacob DeGrom, Max Scherzer, Chris Bassett, and a better Tyler McGill, a Taijuan Walker. All bets are off if Jacob DeGrom comes back and is the player that we want him to be. I love Jacob DeGrom. I honestly love Jacob DeGrom. He's one of my favorite players. You know what I'm saying? I definitely got to get a poster over here. Got to probably get a poster. I don't know if I'm gonna do David Wright. I'm probably gonna do David Wright is my favorite player of all time. So he's definitely gonna go on this wall. And then on this other wall, it's probably going to be probably Lindor or Alonso, because I got to put somebody, you know what I'm saying, currently. But yeah, I like what I see from this team, guys. I do like what I see from this team. Last night was a crazy night. Like, what were your reactions from last night? Like when the Mets were, everybody, I know, once you saw that the Mets were down to their last strike, Mark Canha was batting 3-2 count. You know what I'm saying? He hits a ground ball to the third. Okay, you thought it was over. And I get why you thought it was over. Because Nolan Arenado is one of the best third basemen in all of baseball. And he made an error, and it costed the Cardinals the whole game. So, you know what I'm saying? I love what I saw from that team. I love what I see from this team. I want to see this team, score runs. Okay, I don't want to see just winning by 1 run, like last year. I can tell the offense is already better. I can tell. Starling Marte has struggled a little bit, guys. I'm not concerned about Starling Marte, but he struggles. He's struggling a little bit. Pete Alonso, I like how he's choking up when it's 2 strikes and he's getting on top of that ball. You know what I'm saying? Because once Pete Alonso gets on top of that ball, he can hit it out. And he can hit a nice hit. So I like what I see from Pete Alonso. He's making adjustments. Starling Marte, I'm not concerned. I think Starling Marte is going to be good. Francisco Lindor, he's looked really good. Francisco Lindor has looked way better. And I love the Francisco Lindor that we have seen. What is it called? Mark Canha. Guys, Mark Canha. Who would have thought that Mark Canha would have been batting 300 on April 26th? Who would have thought that Mark Canha, you know what I'm saying, a guy that we signed for 2 years? Because, wow. Who would have thought that Mark Canha was going to be one of the best hitters on the Mets on April 26th? Not me. I wouldn't have thought that. Like, wow, man. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how Mark Canha has played. Unbelievable. Mark Canha has been playing great baseball. Great baseball. I love what I see from Mark Canha. Love. But yeah, guys, if you guys have any other comments to comment about, last night or anything you guys want to talk about, we'll we'll definitely, get into it. I'm gonna have to be out of here soon, but just let me know if you guys want to talk about something else, guys. Anything that any concerns, any questions that you have, we'll get into it. But I love what I see from this team, man. I love what I see from this team. Yes, you know what I'm saying? I want Jeff McNeil to go up in the lineup. Can we get Robinson Cano on the bench, please? Please. Can we get Robinson Cano on the bench? Please. But yeah, guys, if everybody's is what I'm saying, no other comments, no other concerns, no other questions. I'm gonna be out of here, guys. You know what I'm saying? I want to do a little short stream for you guys. 30-minute stream, something like that. So but I am back, guys. I'm back. I'm doing more consistent videos. I'm gonna be, uploading more. So yeah, guys, just tune in for more videos, tune in for more content, tune in for more live streams. And yeah, we'll definitely get into it. But guys, love you guys so much. Appreciate you guys so much. And yeah, as always, whatever you want to do in your life, don't let anyone stop you and just go for it. And yeah, appreciate you guys so much. It's been Randy Talks Mets, and I'm out of here.